Hi, my name is Hiba, and today Jessica and I will deliver this presentation to discuss the work our team has done in the Action project. We would like to mention that we are pleased to work on this project with Julian House to fight homelessness. We have split this presentation into four main parts. First, we start with the charity overview, including the charity background, the services they provide, and the aims and objectives of the charity. Next, a detailed action plan will be provided, including project goals, target audiences, strategies, timeline, challenges we've faced, and the solutions we've used to address the challenges. Then, we will provide a SWOT analysis which briefly outlines the potential strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats in this project. Lastly, we will provide graphs to illustrate the final outcomes we've achieved in this project in terms of total funds raised, total reach, and total expenditure. Now, I'm going to talk about Julian House's background on this slide. So what does Julian House do? Julian House provides life-changing support to those suffering from homelessness, women and children escaping domestic abuse, and adults with learning difficulties. The charity's vision aspires to create a just society where socially excluded people are supported and empowered to build sustainable, independent lives. The 2018 Impact Report shows that in Basingstoke, they achieved a 46% reduction in rough sleeping. 11,790 bed spaces were provided in bath hostels. Julian House also operates in 9 different regions across England. Moving on to the next slide, we will be discussing about the services Julian House provides. Julian House operates more than 40 different projects, accommodation sites, and social enterprises across the Southwest. Apart from a range of support provided to the homeless, they also offer work experience and training, criminal justice services, support for traveling communities, support for those suffering from domestic violence, addiction recovery, and individuals with learning difficulties. There are 3 aims and objectives that Julian House wants to achieve from the work they do. First, Julian House is aiming to raise funds to financially support their operations, such as spending funds on shelter and food. They would also like to raise awareness about homelessness and let more people know about the underlying reasons why men and women are forced onto the streets. Lastly, they are attracting more volunteers to physically support the services they provide. In the past, Julian House has done a broad range of activities such as Bath Board Game Day, Circuit of Bath Walk, Big Basingstoke Sleep Out, and so on. The second part of the presentation identifies 2 main goals and objectives for our action project. The first goal we have is to raise funds online. To be specific, we need to raise at least £200 through the Olympic quiz activity and other marketing strategies. In addition, we need to achieve the return on investment target of 100%. The ROI is calculated by using the gains of project minus the cost of investment and then divide by cost of investment. We also set a KPI target of £2.50, which is the minimum donation amount for each donor. The last goal we would like to achieve is to raise awareness online. We are aiming to raise 100 followers on Instagram, specifically new target audiences aged 18 and above. We would also like to increase exposure by reaching 2,000 views on Instagram. It is measured by the total of reach and profile visits. In order to identify the target audiences in our project, we applied the theory of market segmentation to determine who are the target audiences for us to reach. For demographic segment, we have existing target audiences like male and female, age 25 years and above, upper middle class income. However, with the opportunity to conduct this action project virtually, we have included the following new target audiences to expand the segment. So we are also targeting the audiences aged 18 years and above and students from the University of Bath. For psychological segment, we assume that target audiences develop positive attitudes towards non-profit organizations and are willing to provide support on community development, showing interest in helping homeless and domestic violence victims. For behavioral segment, we also assume that target audiences donate to non-profit organizations at least once a month, follow and interact with Julian House on social media platforms. For the last geographic segment, we initially targeted at Bath and Northeast Somerset region. However, doing the project virtually enables us to attract the target audiences on a global scale, such as India and China. From this slide onwards, I'm going to discuss about the digital marketing strategies that we have adopted in this project. So why did we choose e-posters to advertise our campaign? According to Shin 2012, e-posters can be synchronized to tablet PCs and smartphones. Audiences can access the e-posters anywhere and anytime. They save money on printing posters and save time on carrying and distributing posters. Ethel and Milsom 2014 also mentioned that softwares like Microsoft PowerPoint or Adobe Design Package are freely available to university students that helps create a positive impact, such as changing people's thoughts and behaviors in significant ways. Now, you might be wondering why we chose online quiz with prizes as one of the main fundraising activities. Because online quizzes via Kahoot are fun and a creative way to raise digital funds. Wang 2019 suggests that target audiences such as university students prefer the gamified approach, and the research shows that there was no difference in terms of gender. Another plus point is that there is no size limitation, so holding online quizzes can take a large number of participants at once. Example, Kahoot can take up to 2,000 participants per game. Moreover, prizes are used to increase the sales of quiz tickets. A study by Kelly in 1996 shows players often desire to receive a prize after playing a game or participating in a competition. Apart from e-posters and online quizzes, we also chose social media to advertise our work. Based on the statistics provided by Hootsuite, social media can reach a wide range of audiences. In UK, 66% of population are active social media users. According to Kotanda Raman 2013, social media works as an interactive tool that could help organizations to sustain their relationship with their target audiences. Huang and Kim 2015 also suggest that social media facilitates harnessing of the power of people who have similar ideas by disseminating information quickly and broadly on a network. Lastly, the reasons why we chose Instagram to advertise was because of its popularity amongst other social media platforms and its wide usage by young adults. 18 to 34-year-old Instagram users take up 53.9% of the total users in the UK. We also found it convenient to post our creative pictures and videos on Instagram. Moreover, Julian House uses Instagram to advertise and delivers information in a positive way. For this time-limited project, Julian House supported us by reposting our content to their Instagram followers. Coming to the timeline in our action plan, we have applied the theory of project management life cycle to manage our time into 4 stages. For the first stage, we had an initiation period which took place between 5th May to 7th May. We have outlined the needs for Julian House, which include the following: funds, increase awareness, increase exposure to new target audiences. Moving on to the planning stage in the life cycle, we had the following tasks to be planned within the period from 10th July to 15th July. Next, the execution stage took place from 16th July to 11th August. For example, we managed to post 3 or more posters every week on Instagram, or the Olympics quiz was successfully held on 1st August at 3 p.m. However, Instagram story activity was initially planned to start from 27 July and it has been delayed to 6th August due to the time constraint. Again, due to the lack of time, we decided to cancel video shooting, which was supposed to be done by each team member. Instead, we have made appropriate changes in content but still making sure that audiences are aware of homelessness. The closure stage will take place from 11th August to 17th August. This will allow us to have time to work on the presentation.
The next 2 slides include the potential challenges in our action plan and the corresponding solution to address those challenges. In terms of virtual team management, it may be hard to maintain the efficiency of team communication with time differences. So we set 12 hours communication rules to ensure ideas get responded within 12 hours. We also have concerns about team productivity while working virtually. So we decided to meet on Teams or WeChat at least twice a week to update the work progress. In terms of project management, we have audience in some specific countries cannot access to Instagram, such as China. So team members use WeChat and Weibo to advertise our fundraising event in China, specifically focused on new target audience. We also have difficulties on attracting Julian House existing donors and supporters. So we wrote a press release and post on Julian House official website. We also contact Julian House to share our posters on Instagram. Posters can easily overlooked by target audience. We can reshare the posters with Instagram story. We have some participants may not be free at the game time we set. To maximize the number of participants, we have extended the quiz to 24 hours. We also have difficulties on achieving the fundraising targets. We set up prices for top 3 winners. We also applied the goal-setting theory with an individual target of £33 to £40. We also have concerns about the availability of results in terms of total donation receipts and total views. We switched the Instagram account from personal account to business account, which provides weekly records of total reach and profile visits. We also record the total amount of donations weekly. We may fail to meet the KPI targets. We set the ticket prices for quiz at least £2.50. It may be hard for us to reach the ROI targets. We appropriately reduce the value of prices. For the third part of presentation, we provide a table with SWOT analysis to examine the strengths, weaknesses, opportunity, and threats in this project. The first strength we have is Julian House can provide experience about holding online activity and help to promote our activity to their 2,000 followers. We have combined knowledge from different majors such as accounting and finance. All team members know the best way to promote in different areas with multicultural background. On the other side, holding online activity, lack of physical interaction with target audience. We have lots of conferences, calls, and email make project progress slowly when virtual team members are in different time zones. Some of team members have less experience on using Instagram and making posters. However, internet marketing can help us to reach our new target audience on a global scale. We use of prices to increase participants' motivation and engagement in the quiz. We can also seek help and support from our friends, especially from the same university. In turn, we have the threat of competition. For example, this can be coming from the other existing practice track teams. We also have the risk of crashing apps, such as Kahoot or Instagram, or we may have negative comments on Instagram or WeChat and Weibo. The last part of presentation evaluates the final outcomes of this project. The first graph shows the cumulative funds raised in pounds during the execution period, which starts from 16th of July to 11th of August. We aim to raise at least £200, but we eventually raised £209.58 plus £1.25 gift aid. Additionally, we set a KPI target of £2.50 per donor. The record on Just Giving shows that actual minimum donation per donor is £2.50, whereas the actual maximum donation per donor is $30 or equivalent to £22.91. Moving on to the next slide, we aim to have 100 followers on Instagram, and finally we got 126 followers. The first graph shows 19% of followers come from countries out of the UK. However, the actual percentage should be higher than 19, as some followers are international students who create their accounts in the UK. As a result of the pandemic, lots of international students have returned to their home countries. From the second graph, we can see followers aged 18 to 24 account for the large proportion with a 34%. The second largest age group of followers are 25 to 34, taking up to 26%. This indicates that we have successfully targeted and attracted new target audience in this project. To evaluate the awareness we raised, we used two quantitative indicators from Instagram Insights and estimation model, including the number of reach accounts and profile visits. We aim at 2,000 views. For the first graph, there are 1,100 profile visits and 1,055 reach accounts for the period from 16th of July to 11th of August, with a total of 2,155 number of views. And as the second graph shows that we got the most views during the second week, we reached 974 views. This is because we post promotion posters most frequently before the quiz began, and people showed the most interest in our quiz. Besides, the total number of website clicks in the profile has reached 760 eventually. The website we put on profile was the donation link for our projects. We can see audiences are not only interested in our projects, but also willing to donate to financially support the cause of projects. For a more detailed explanation about our estimation model, please go to Insights section in our e-portfolio. Given a £150 budget, we plan to spend £100 on prices only. However, we actually spent only £35 on prices. This means the actual return on investment we have achieved is 500%, which is 5 times higher than the target. Last but not least, we have included 2 pages of references in this presentation. This is the end of presentation. Thank you so much for your time, and we are blessed with the opportunity to work with Julian House and really appreciate the work they do.